local sports, Fox 1762.
We're drinking food specials prior to every Thunder Arena football game. Come to Martini's, City Center 1 building.
Come in now for BY Pool's Memorial Day sale.
Arena football has arrived. Tonight, the Mahoning Valley Thunder will defend their home turf within the walls of the Chevrolet Center. Next on Fox 1762.
Not just the highlights, we'll have the whole game. It's the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
You're coming tonight from Cortland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center for our Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week. Tonight, the Thunder trying to snap now a 4-game losing skid as they host the Wolves from Manchester. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski with you. Ralph Sandy joins us as always. And Ralph, let's get right to it. Not a good situation developing over the course of the last 48 hours. The big news, veteran starting quarterback Glenn Gant breaks his thumb last week on the road at Florida. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. Not a good recipe for a team that has now lost 4 in a row, but maybe a rallying point for a team that's struggling.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see Mike Snyder, the quarterback from Duke and YSU, be the quarterback tonight, and maybe the Thunder can rally around him and turn this thing around. Remember, Chad, this losing streak started with the same Manchester Wolves, so hopefully it could end here tonight.
Maybe some revenge on the minds of the Thunder. The Thunder trying to get a win on their home turf. It's the Thunder and the Wolves coming at you next on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
The Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Salem Air Park and Advanced Foot and Ankle.
Get ready for some arena football. It's the Thunder and the Wolves getting set to square off. Chad Krispinski joined by Ralph Sandy. The Thunder have not been playing very well of late. Hopefully on their home turf, they can turn things around. Coach Mike Holt told me earlier in the week, he said he's not been pleased with the team chemistry. Maybe tonight, now that they're back home in the friendly confines of the Chevrolet Center, things can turn around and the Thunder can get back to the 500 mark at 4-4 after starting the season, Ralph, with 3 wins right out of the gate.
Right, and this might be the team to do it against. Manchester comes in here with no road wins, so hopefully the Thunder can take advantage of this home field.
The Thunder will receive to open things up here in quarter number 1. Back to receive. There's one of the return men. That's Reggie Perkins. Also, DeMarcus Mathis is back for Mahoning Valley. A momentary delay, but in a matter of just a moment, we will be playing some football. Dylan Pullman out of Tabor College, a 5-year veteran, boots it away, and Perkins plays it on the bounce. Perkins has it across the goal line, out across the 5, cuts it to the inside, across the 10, back to the 15, out across the 15 to the 19-yard line. And a return game that has seen some problems, especially here at home, starts out very, very well with Perkins leading the way. Offensively for the Thunder, the new quarterback in absence of Glenn Gant, who's out with an injury, is Mike Schneider. The receivers, a familiar bunch. Archie, Mathis, and Johnson. Rounding things out, the fullback, Tim Murphy. Former YSU Penguin Jamal Lee is the tight end. The center is Brandon Eaton. And the big fella is the guard, Mike Sacco. First down and 10. They'll spot the football at about the 17-yard line. Mike Schneider, his first career start. The former Sharon Tiger, Schneider to throw. Firing, and it's intercepted! Back across the 20 to the 25 and into Thunder territory. At the 24-yard line, coming up with the pick, is Travis Pugh, a defensive back out of Clemson. And that turnover bug bites very, very hard here in the early going.
Yeah, you could see it right there. He stared down Chris Archie, then threw that thing on a rope. He should have threw that a little bit higher and out there. We've seen Chris Archie go and get some balls this year, and not the start that the Thunder wanted to get off to for sure.
Mike Schneider has completed just 7 passes in limited action. 3 games he's seen some action, that is. And that will give the football to the Manchester Wolves. High motion. Wolves to throw, and the pass is incomplete to Jarrell Jackson, the 5-year veteran out of Oklahoma. Let's take a look at the Manchester starting lineup. Mark Redlinski is the quarterback. Jarrell Jackson, Ari Confessor, one other receiver, and Patrick Roussard, the other, rounding it out. The fullback is Adam Fichter. Jimmy Williams is the tight end. Darnarius Watson is the center, and Lamar Bryant is one of those big bodies up front. Mark Redlinski wants to throw, and he'll throw it, but it'll be blown dead, as it looks like the Wolves may have moved early, but Manchester is claiming it's on Mahoning Valley, so we'll check it out. Referee Greg Allen.
Offside, number 54 to defense, unabated to quarterback, 5-yard penalty, second down.
So the penalty will back the Thunder up even more. Thunder defensively stack up this way against Manchester. The defensive backs, Taylor, Sweeney, and Perkins. Local product Sam Crenshaw, one of the linebackers. The other is Brandon Brown out of Youngstown State. Anton Sees, the defensive tackle. Shalom Tui is the nose guard, and the defensive tackle, Matt Zielinski. Back to throw is Redlinski, firing, and it's incomplete, intended for Ari Confessor out of Holy Cross. And Confessor's first name is spelled A-R-I, and he said, it's not Ari, gotta make sure you punch the Ari. So we'll get that right for you, Mr. Confessor. And it will be 3rd down and 5 upcoming for Manchester. The football is spotted at about the 20-yard line, maybe just inside the 20. And Mark Redlinski wants to throw again. Flushed from the pocket, firing, end zone, and it's knocked away. Good defensive play by Maurice Taylor, the defensive back out of Northern Arizona, and that will bring up a 4th down play. Pass was intended for Patrick Roussard out of Northern Michigan.
Yeah, Maurice Taylor does a great job recovering because he got burned on the little pump fake. He bit on it, and he's able to recover as that ball was thrown pretty high. And I think they got a little help from the fans there as well on the sidelines.
Whatever works, right? When you've lost 4 in a row, you need all the help you can get.
Absolutely. Big down right here early on in the ball game. Big 4th down.
So it will be 4th down and 5. Redlinski back to throw. Here comes some pressure. Redlinski is sacked! In the thick of it all is Shalom Tuamelia Le'ifano out of the College of the Kenyans. And the Thunder, they will take over after the early turnover. Dodging a bullet, Ralph.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the nice pressure up front. There's more than a few guys there, but it's Tui that gets the sack. And boy, what a great job of that Thunder defense, really saving the offense there after that first play interception.
Redlinski had an opportunity, having a brief conversation with Jarrell Jackson. Now we'll see how Schneider responds to the early interception. Mathis goes in high motion. Schneider gives. This is Murphy, and he plows inside the 20, down near the 18-yard line. And Murphy, the fullback out of Pitt, also will spell some time at linebacker from time to time. And the Manchester defense looks this way. The defensive backfield is Pugh, Sebastian, and Bailey. Jesse Tupper is one of the linebackers. The other is James Midbow. Ramal Fauntleroy is the defensive tackle. The other is Maurice Fountain, and Deshaun Stovall in the middle playing nose guard. It'll be 2nd down and 4 after the gain of 6. Schneider turns, screen pass, and it is incomplete off the fingertips of Kenny Johnson, who is back in the lineup after sitting out due to an ankle injury. And really, he's back just in the nick of time because the Thunder and another receiver goes down, and Kenny's able to come back, and that's Chris Johnson.
Yeah, you know, in this game, injuries happen. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of contact. You're in there for a lot of plays in a row, and, you know, you're lucky to get guys off the injured reserve to come and really save the team. And he was sorely missed last home game, Kenneth Johnson was.
Mike Schneider out of Sharon wants to throw. Schneider fires. Pass is caught by Johnson. Johnson with a stiff arm, and he's rolled down at about the 16-yard line.
Well, you have to like what Coach Hold's doing here. Obviously, they came out in that first play and threw deep, and it wasn't good, obviously, for Mike Schneider. Now they've come here, they've run, now they throw two passes out in the flats, and obviously it does bring up a fourth down. But you got to get that quarterback confidence up a little bit. I mean, the only time he spent time in a game was when the game has been out of hand. So now that it counts for real, you want him to be as confident as he possibly can.
Coach Hold told me earlier this week, he says Mike Schneider has an absolute cannon for an arm. Schneider back to throw. Schneider fires, end zone, and it's incomplete off the fingertips of the intended receiver, DeMarcus Mathis. But there aren't penalty markers down on the field, and we'll check those out. Mathis had an opportunity to grab it, but couldn't hang on.
Yeah, Schneider throws this one perfectly. It's up top behind, over the top of the defensive back. And it looked like it was a little too fast for him as DeMarcus Mathis struggled.
For illegal defense, the fullback was outside of the box.
Okay, so wipe the flags away.
Boy, and Coach Mike Hold is just going crazy on the sideline, wondering why that flag was picked up. And obviously you heard the referee's explanation there that the fullback had gone out of the box, so the linebacker can as well. But Coach Mike Hold is disagreeing, to say the least.
Coach Hold says there are no excuses in regards to why the team is lost now 4 in a row. He said they've just got to make plays on the field. It's plain and simple. But they pick up the flag, and Manchester will get the football back. Penalty flag is down. Redlinski fires, and it's incomplete, as that one was intended again for Confessor. And we will check it out, courtesy of referee Greg Allen.
On the defense, number 54, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So that penalty will go against the Thunder.
And there you see Mike Lane pretty close, moving forward. And that's going to be the call right there. And obviously, after picking up a flag against the Thunder, now throwing one against them, it's going to be it's going to enrage Coach Mike Hold on the sidelines even more.
And irate Coach Mike Hold. Redlinski to throw. Firing, screen pass is complete. And it's up this near sideline, and some extracurriculars afterward. Pass was complete, by the way, to the fullback Adam Fichter out of Temple. 1 year of experience under his belt. And in fact, Tui's helmet flew off as he converged to try and make the stop. It's a lot of letters and a lot of stitching on the back of that jersey. To Amelia Leifano.
Okay. Illegal defense, number 4. Oh, the defense, penalties decline.
That call goes against Sam Crenshaw. And, you think back to the last home game that we did here on Fox. He had a couple of those called on him again in that game. So it's something obviously he's struggling with, trying to adapt to this different style of linebacking here in the Arena Football.
Ben Bennett is the head coach for Manchester in his 3rd season. In high motion comes Confessor towards the top of your screen. There he is. Run play. This is Fichter again. It looked like a little trap. And it's inside the 20 and down near the 19 or the 18-yard line. We'll see where the officials rule him down.
Brendan Brown played that about as good as you can without making the tackle. You see he reads it right there and goes down, but trying to tackle Adam Fichter at 6'2", 285 is not an easy chore, even for a big guy like Brandon Brown.
It'll be 2nd down and 5. Redlinski back to pass. Redlinski steps up, firing, end zone, touchdown. Ari Confessor on the receiving end puts Manchester out in front 6-0 with the PAT pending. That's the 14th touchdown reception for Confessor.
And really, Confessor comes all the way across the field. He started way off to your left and coming all the way. The defensive back could not get there.
So with 7:36 and the clock rolling, Pullman on to attempt the point after, and the kick is up, and it is good. 7:31 now to go, first quarter. It's the Wolves 7, the Thunder nothing on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Holy smokes. Soon as I turn 16, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Soon as you get a little bit older, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Soon as we side the house, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Grandpa, didn't you always say you wanted to learn how to fly?
Cure your case of soon as disease. Learn to fly now at Salem Air Park. The locally owned and operated flight school has affordable, personalized programs. You could be flying soon as you call Salem Air Park, 3 miles north of Salem, Route 45.
Catch Indians fever on your home for the Tribe, Fox 1762. From Jacobs Field to your living room, get in the game with Fox 1762. We bring you the excitement, the action, the thrills. We bring you Indians baseball.
The Tribe takes on the Red Sox Wednesday, May 30th, starting at 6:30. Only on your local sports leader, Fox 1762.
Plus, don't miss the Wahoo Report every night on First News at 10.
Manchester leading Mahoning Valley with 7:31 to go. Here in quarter number 1, Mark Redlinski firing a touchdown strike to Ari Confessor, the 5th touchdown pass for Mark Redlinski. Has just one game under his belt. It came at Bossier Shreveport back on the 18th. That would be last week. And he threw for 299 yards in that ball game. But he looked pretty good on that picture-perfect throw, touchdown pass to Confessor. Set to kick it off for Manchester is Dylan Pullman. And Pullman puts his foot into this one, and it hits the speakers that are high atop the Chevrolet Center, and it's one of the things you are restricted in terms of how high you can kick the football. And it ends up in the hands of a lucky fan in the front row.
And it's a good thing for this Thunder offense, who are struggling to move the football. They're able to take it now at the 20-yard line, which is great field position.
So it will be first down and 10. Thunder trying to stick it into the end zone. Mike Schneider is under center. Schneider turns, run play to Murphy. Murphy around the left side, plows forward and is ruled down. He may have just grazed that wall. He's saying he made no contact whatsoever with the wall. Mike Hold is rolling his eyes once again.
Again, remember the rule in arena football is you have to be forced into that wall. And we'll take a look at it right here. And he does touch the wall coming off a block, but well, there's a big discrepancy on where he went out, forced out.
And after all of that, they'll give him just 5 yards. Schneider to throw, firing, and it's complete to Kenny Johnson inside the 20 and down near the 17-yard line. So it's good to see Kenny Johnson back on the field. He really emerged as a go-to guy for the veterans starting quarterback Glenn Gant. And Johnson has grabbed his 42nd ball of the season. For a little over 350 yards. He's been in the end zone 8 times. Chris Archie now going in high motion. Bottom portion of your screen. Schneider to throw, firing, complete to Mathis. Mathis with a great move, and he's brought down near the 11-yard line. So DeMarcus Mathis, those little dink and dunk passes, but whatever works as the Thunder are moving the football, Ralph.
Yeah, and you talked about the cannon of an arm that Mike Schneider has, and you saw a little bit of it right there, boy. He really gets that ball out there. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how these Thunder receivers adjust to that different ball being thrown to them. So far tonight doing pretty well, especially on those short intermediate patterns, but Mike Schneider really firing the ball out there.
Yeah, you can try to simulate how it will be in real game action, but not only practice will help, this game action will certainly help as well. Everybody trying to get on the same page. Schneider to throw, firing, and it's complete to Johnson. And Johnson is up near a Thunder first down.
And obviously the longer passes are a lot more exciting, but again, you're building up the confidence of a young quarterback, and you're also getting those defensive backs to come up, and then that deep pass will come a little bit later.
So it'll be 1st and goal. They'll spot it now at the 7-yard line. 3 receivers set. Mathis, far side to the right. In the slot, it's Johnson. Bottom of your screen, it's Chris Archie. Schneider to throw. Schneider fires. It's tipped up into the air, and it is intercepted. And coming out of the end zone for Manchester on the great grab is Travis Pugh again. And Pugh thwarts another Thunder threat. And the threat is over with, as this one is tipped up high into the air, and a great diving interception by Pugh sends the Thunder offense back to the bench. 4:14 to go. Wolves up 7-6 on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Gotta see Grata. Mel Grata Toyota has been awarded the Toyota Motor Sales President's Award for high standards in sales and service operations. You gotta see Grata for the latest in gas-saving hybrid technology like the Toyota Camry or Highlander. Come see why Mel Grata Toyota is the Toyota Motor Sales President's Award winner on the Strip, Hermitage. You gotta see Grata for Scion, the car that lets you accessorize to fit your identity. Scion's pure price means no haggle, no hassle. You pay the published price. Mel Grata Scion on the Strip, Hermitage.
Arena football has hit the Valley. Don't miss the high-energy, fan-friendly, action-packed game that is Arena football. Bring the whole family and show Dad you care as the Mahoning Valley Thunder take on the Quad City Steamwheelers. Saturday, June 16th at 7:05 on Cortland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center. Single-game tickets are available at the Chevrolet Center box office. Call the Thunder office at 330-7584-AF2 or visit MahoningValleyThunder.com. Feel the Thunder. Brought to you by Phantom Fireworks, WKBN TV 27 and Fox 1762.
Linsky back to pass, firing, and it's complete across the 15 to the 20. And brought down at the 20-yard line is the receiver, Patrick Roussard. Donald Sweeney into the stop for the Thunder, but he had lots of daylight ahead of him, Ralph.
Yeah, he sure did, and I tell you what, there was a nice individual stop there by Sweeney, but you know, this Thunder team, they got to get their heads up and not get too down. Obviously, 2 mistakes there on the offensive end, but this defense is going to have to pick them up once again.
There you see Mark Gridlinski out of Saginaw Valley State, 6'2", 225 pounds, in at quarterback for the Wolves. Speaking of Gridlinski, wants to throw, firing, and it's almost intercepted by Maurice Taylor. Taylor had it in his paws, but couldn't hang on as he hit the turf.
He sure did, made a great defensive play, but as soon as he catches it, Patrick Roussard, the receiver, becomes the defensive back and does a great job of knocking it out. You'll see it right here on the replay. Looks almost as if that pass was intended for him. But then Roussard does a great job of getting his hand in there to break up that interception.
So fresh off that incompletion, it'll be 2nd down and 10. 2:40, clock rolling, opening quarter. Roussard goes in high motion, makes the grab across the 25. Inside the 20, brought down at the 18-yard line, and a big stick from the local product, Sam Crenshaw.
Yeah, Crenshaw coming back from his linebacker position, able to get a big hit. Kind of came from the backside. Taylor went low from the front side. But so far you see these Wolves have a great, really triplets at the receiving position, coming in here with 11, 13, and 8 touchdowns respectively, and obviously getting a lot of production out of a lot of different guys.
This Wolves offense that posted the most points allowed by the Thunder this year, the 67-49 win over Mahoning Valley. Fichter has it around the left side, and he plows forward and then dives inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Donald Sweeney coming in and making the stop. So it will be, it looks like 2nd down and about 4. Under a minute and a half to go in the opening quarter. Wolves 7, Thunder nothing. Redlinski to throw, firing. Jackson makes the catch at the 5. He is stacked up and dropped. And he's brought down at the 3-yard line, but a conversion for a first down. It'll be first and goal for Manchester.
Well, I thought when Jackson caught that he was going to find his way into the end zone. He had a good head of steam on him, but Thunder did a nice job of converging on him and putting an end to that. But now they put themselves in a tough position here.
Jarrell Jackson with his 50th catch of the season. He's just under 500 yards catching the football. And this is where we've seen the Thunder be very, very good inside the 5. And we have, it looks like a delay of game, I do believe. Play clock shows 0, and with that, we will take a timeout. 7-0 Manchester with the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
You gotta love. Airport Chevrolet in Vienna's never lost a deal because of price. With our low overhead, you just buy low and trade high, and we just show you the invoice. You can't buy a better Chevy from better folks at a better price. Guaranteed.
The doctors at Advanced Podiatry believe in using a conservative approach to most foot and ankle problems. However, they are board certified in foot, ankle, and reconstructive surgery, and certified in wound care as well. They have fully equipped surgical facilities at each of their offices and staff privileges at all area hospitals. Your care is personalized to fit your lifestyle and budget. All insurance plans accepted. Advanced Podiatry. Call for an appointment at one of their convenient office locations.
Auto dealers make a fortune on used cars. At Airport Chevy in Vienna, we save you a fortune with our low overhead. Example, 07 Trailblazer, $18,995. Airport Chevy, you won't pay less anywhere. Guaranteed.
Run play left side to Victor, and the Thunder defense having none of it. That's just what we talked about, Ralph.
Yeah, they
very, very big up front.
Yeah, they do a great job getting penetration up front, especially when you know it's going to be a run play like so many times it is down here inside the 5-yard line. Those big bodies and big linebackers up front do a great job. But, you know, the problem is they have to do it 3 more times.
But we won't see them try for the second time until it says second quarter on the scoreboard. 1 quarter in the books and an uncharacteristic low-scoring affair so far here at Cortland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center. Wolves 7, Thunder nothing. Quarter number 2 coming your way next on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
New car financing on pre-owned vehicles at Fred Martin Ford. Shop their giant inventory of quality used vehicles and save big with interest rates as low as 3.9% for 60 months.
At Fred Martin Ford, we sell for less, a lot less.
Weather changes by the minute. The First News weather team is committed to keeping you prepared.
With weather technology that pinpoints when and where a storm develops to letting you know when it will hit your community.
Rely on a station with a team of experience. 27 First News.
Arena football has hit the Valley. Don't miss the high-energy, fan-friendly, action-packed game that is Arena football. Bring the whole family and show Dad you care as the Mahoning Valley Thunder take on the Quad City Steamwheelers. Saturday, June 16th at 7:05 on Cortland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center. Single-game tickets are available at the Chevrolet Center box office. Call the Thunder office at 330-7584-AF2 or visit MahoningValleyThunder.com. Feel the Thunder. Brought to you by Phantom Fireworks, WKBN TV 27 and Fox 1762.
Young and old taking this one in here at the Chevrolet Center. Thunder defense trying to come up big. It will be second down and goal from the 1. Redlinski has Victor in the backfield. Jarrell Jackson goes in high motion. Run play. Victor, loose football. The Thunder say they have it.
But the referees are saying he was down. Again, another controversial call going against the Thunder.
And by my count, that's already 3.
We'll take a look right here, and that's a good call. With Victor reaching that ball out there to try to stretch it across the goal line, it does hit the turf first.
But a big third down play. The job is not done just yet. Victor again in the backfield. High motion by Confessor. The quarterback, Redlinski, stopped at the 5 and driven back. And a penalty flag flies in. Maybe some late extracurriculars, to put it plainly, but we'll see.
Quarterback tries a little fake. He was going to come back around the other side, but Sam Crenshaw
Number
said
18
we'll
to the
have none of
offense,
it.
10-yard penalty, 4th down.
And then there you see why there was a 10-yard penalty, because Redlinski was upset, just winged the ball at the Thunder.
Sam Crenshaw coming up big. He's an arena veteran, and he's a veteran of football here in the Valley. Told me he is just so thrilled to have this Thunder franchise in his own backyard. Comes out with a big play there. So following the penalty, tack on the yardage. It will be 4th down. Can the Thunder hold and come up with a big play of their own?
This Thunder defense trying to get this crowd into it. They know how big of a play this is.
It's a small crowd, but it's been a good crowd to this point. Confessor goes in high motion. 3 receivers, top of your screen. Redlinski to throw. Rolls to the right. Redlinski fires, and it's intercepted! Across the goal line of the 5, of the 10, of the 15, 20, off to the races, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Maurice Taylor takes it all the way, and we are an extra point away from tying the ball game up.
Well, the Thunder needed a good and a big defensive game from these guys, and they've given it to them early on. Right there, you see quarterback forced to make a bad throw on 4th down, and Taylor's going to decide to take it out of the end zone. Some might question that, but not after these couple moves right here. As Taylor gets into the open and eventually takes that into the end zone, and maybe that's the spark this team needs.
Indeed, maybe it is. Started against Manchester earlier this season. Recorded 3 tackles in that ball game, and again, penalty flags come flying in. And the play clock reads 0. Could be delay of game. We'll see.
Delay game on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. Replay to try.
And most of the time that wouldn't be that big of a deal, but the Thunder have struggled with the kicking game this year. Obviously getting kicker Derek Shoreeyes back tonight, but still they have struggled on extra points. They are not, by far, not a gimme.
Something else, Glenn Gant is not there to hold, so Maurice Taylor, who just picked off that pass, is the backup holder now. Hold is down cleanly, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. 12:48 to go here until halftime. Thunder with a big play, and we are tied at 7 on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Monday morning from head to toe. Don't miss the latest fashion tips that will help you look your best for the summer. Plus, planning on grilling for the holiday? Find out how to make your food taste its best. Monday morning on Fox 1762.
Headed downtown for the next Thunder Arena football game? Stop by Martini's downtown for their Thunder pregame party. Enjoy food and drink specials. Then it's just a block and a half to the Chevy Center to cheer on the team. Martini's downtown, the place to party before every Thunder game.
Catch Indians fever on your home for the Tribe, Fox 1762. From Jacobs Field to your living room, get in the game with Fox 1762. We bring you the excitement, the action, the thrills. We bring you Indians baseball.
The Tribe takes on the Red Sox Wednesday, May 30th, starting at 6:30. Only on your local sports leader, Fox 1762.
Plus, don't miss the Wahoo Report every night on First News at 10.
7-7 is our score. 12:48 to play here in quarter number 2. Derek Shoreeyes is back with the Thunder. Sam Crenshaw coming up with a big play defensively on the last Manchester possession. Shoreeyes was out after being in a car accident, sat out a couple of ball games. He's back with the Thunder now. It's an onside kick. Ball rolls, and it's knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Manchester.
But I like the aggressiveness of Coach Mike Hold to come out and onside kick that, and really got a good bounce on that too.
So first down and 10. Go ahead, Ralph.
Yeah, the negative part of it is that you're going to give Manchester the ball pretty close to their own goal line, about the 15-yard line.
Seems like we've been here before, though, however.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you got like the aggressiveness when your team's in a funk like they are right now, coming in 4 losses in a row. You have to do everything you can as a head coach to try to get your players in a position to make plays. And that's exactly what Coach Holt did right there.
First down and 10. They're spotted at the 14-yard line, but before any play takes place, a timeout is called on the field. We will take a timeout with them. 12:22 to go until the half. Thunder 7, Wolves 7 on the Fox 1762. Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Holy smokes. Soon as I turn 16, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Soon as you get a little bit older, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Soon as we side the house, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Grandpa, didn't you always say you wanted to learn how to fly?
Cure your case of soon-as disease. Learn to fly now at Salem Airpark. The locally owned and operated flight school has affordable, personalized programs. You could be flying soon as you call Salem Airpark, 3 miles north of Salem, Route 45.
Arena football has hit the Valley. Don't miss the high-energy, fan-friendly, action-packed game that is Arena football. Bring the whole family and show Dad you care as the Mahoning Valley Thunder take on the Quad City Steamwheelers. Saturday, June 16th at 7:05 on Cortland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center. Single-game tickets are available at the Chevrolet Center box office. Call the Thunder office at 330-7584-AF2 or visit MahoningValleyThunder.com. Feel the Thunder. Brought to you by Phantom Fireworks, WKBN TV 27 and Fox 1762.
First down and 10 for Manchester. 12:22 to go here in the first half. Mark Rydlinski sends high motion, and we have penalty flags all over the field. And this one is going to go against Manchester.
73 the offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So that great field position that the Thunder seemingly gave to Manchester is getting a little bit worse now.
Yeah, that certainly will help them for sure. There you see the movement there by number 73, Lamar Bryant. And the Thunder were pointed out, and obviously the referees threw the flag as well.
So back them up. It'll be first down and 15. A pair of penalties for the Wolves, 3 for the Thunder. We've seen that number gradually come down from the opening ball game against Tri-Cities. Screen pass to the right side is complete to Jarrell Jackson. For all intents and purposes, he makes up that 5-yard penalty for a pickup of about 5, but it will be second down now. They'll call it closer to 11.
There's some John between the two number ones. Jarrell Jackson, who just caught that pass, and the Thunder's own number 1, Maurice Taylor, who picked off the previous pass.
Jarrell Jackson had a pretty good career with the Oklahoma Sooners a few years back. Rydlinski to throw, firing, and it's incomplete. Maurice Taylor had another play at it, and you look at him and his reaction, he knows he just about had his second pick of the ball game, but it was just out of his fingertips.
Yeah, he's looking for his 3rd pick of the year, had his second one a few plays ago.
And it was that close. Big 3rd down and 11 play, but so far to this point, the Thunder defense has answered in situations just like this one. Rydlinski back to throw. Rydlinski firing, end zone, and it is incomplete.
And Rydlinski's going right down to that back judge, asking him why there wasn't a penalty. Very upset, but it's obviously they both got their feet got tangled up. Nothing malicious there by the defensive back.
It looked like Confessor went down, but there wasn't a whole heck of a lot of contact.
No, if anything, it was just a simple trip, and obviously he's upset, but this is another opportunity right here for this Thunder defense to step up.
They were able to come through on 4th down in the last Manchester possession. If they got another one in them, we'll see. 4th down and 11. Rydlinski to throw, firing. Screen pass on a big hit!
Sam Crenshaw with another one. The Wolves thought they'd be able to throw underneath, have all the receivers go deep and just run for it. Sam Crenshaw would have none of it. He does a nice job of picking up the tight end and just flatten him.
Mike Wells out of New Hampshire might feel like he's in New Hampshire right now after the big lick put on by Crenshaw.
Yeah, if he doesn't feel like it, he wishes he was back in New Hampshire. As Crenshaw's playing a heck of a game defensively tonight.
So give the football back to the Thunder. Quarterback Mike Schneider will send out to Marcus Mathis. Near side to the right, in the slot it's Chris Archie. Kenny Johnson, top of your screen. Flanked out to the left. High motion, this is Archie. Schneider fires, Archie makes the catch, and he's out across the 20 and out near the 24-yard line. And when you have a quarterback, you're trying to instill that confidence. You notice very efficient type of plays, high percentage throws, so to speak, to get that confidence level build up a little bit more for Mike Schneider.
Yeah, and this offensive play calling tonight, very different. There you see the numbers on Mike Schneider, 5 for 9 for 28 yards, 2 interceptions, one his fault, the other one probably not. But obviously trying to make up for it right here.
Schneider turns, gives Murphy run play. It's efficient inside the 20 and down near the Manchester 19-yard line.
Like I was saying before, Coach Mike Holt has to have a different philosophy tonight coming in with his play calling. You see a very different offense tonight than you did with Glenn Gant. Gant oftentimes would take 3-4 shots down the field on a given series, but you know, very different, more conservative, and you probably need to be with that new quarterback.
Now Schneider has thrown a touchdown pass. It came against Cincinnati on April 21st. Schneider to throw, firing into the end zone, and Kenny Johnson has that one sail over his head. Schneider took a lick and is helped to his feet. But there's one of those chances that you take. You fire down the field. Eventually, you're going to have to do that.
Yeah, you know, you're going to have to take shots down the field. And the more shallow passes you make, the more that's going to open up. And I think really the more reps that Mike Schneider gets in practice, it's going to be a lot easier as well.
So this will bring up 2nd down and 10. Schneider turns, wants to throw, firing, screen pass is complete to Lee. 10, 5, touchdown! And Jamel Lee is into the end zone, and the former Youngstown State Penguin can celebrate in a way he really hasn't had a whole lot of chances to celebrate on the offensive end with the football in his hand.
Yeah, as a Penguin, he didn't catch very many, that's for sure, unless it was tipped up in the air. But you see the Thunder run something we haven't seen him run that much, very much this year, and gets out into the flat, gets it. There's nobody around defensively.
And for Jamel Lee, that's just the 4th reception, his first career touchdown. And with that, the Thunder have taken the lead. Shore Eyes adds the point after. And with 7:24 to go here in the quarter number 2, Mahoning Valley 14, Manchester 7 on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Things happen to good folks. We've all been there. Come to Airport Chevy in Vienna if you've got a credit issue. We're a small, low-overhead dealer that cares. At Airport Chevy, you'll get credit or drive one of ours home. Guaranteed.
The Valley's largest auto showroom is now just a click away. VindyWheels.com. Search by make, model, year, and price. Explore area dealers' current inventory of new and used cars. Build a virtual new car and request multiple dealers' quotes from throughout the valley. It's all from one place. VindyWheels.com.
Big auto dealers don't think small. Someone's got to pay for their new showroom. Our overhead's so low at Airport Chevrolet in Vienna. You buy low and trade high. You can't buy a better Chevy from better folks at a better price. Guaranteed.
4 plays, 35 yards. It took just under 3 minutes to complete a scoring drive, which was capped off by a 19-yard touchdown pass to former Youngstown State Penguin Jamel Lee. Kick off the screen, and Bailey picks it up. And the referees blow it dead. And with that, it will be first down and 10 for the Wolves, who find themselves now on the short end by 7 at 14-7.
And now with not very good field position either, having to start at the 5-yard line.
David Bailey missing some letters on the back of his jersey. And if the referees didn't blow that one dead, he may have been missing maybe a few teeth as well, because there were lots of blue jerseys converging on Mr. Bailey. 7 minutes to go. Redlinski turns, fires, passes, tipped at the line and almost intercepted. Brandon Brown was in the vicinity. Likewise in the vicinity for the Thunder, Matt Zielinski. And Anton Caesar got those big paws up there.
As he points to his own name as he hears it on the loudspeaker, and rightly so. That's a big play.
Second down and 10. Redlinski back to throw. Here comes a rush. Gets the pass away, and it is complete. Ari Confessor is there. Sam Crenshaw in on the stop for the Thunder. And it's a good thing that Redlinski got that thing away, because there was a very big rush coming from his blind side.
Boy, and I tell you what, they have been doing that a lot tonight. Thunder defense getting a nice push up front, and that's kind of reminiscent of that first 3 games, and that's why I think they did so well in those first 3 games, because that front line got pressure on the quarterback.
It'll be a first down, 1st and 10, high motion for Jarrell Jackson. Redlinski fires, and it's complete again to Confessor, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line. A pair of Thunder defenders in on the stop. And that will bring up a second down, it looks like about 2. After the gain of 8, Redlinski, 87 yards. He's thrown 1 touchdown pass, but 1 interception. But what a costly pick that one was, as Maurice Taylor took it all the way back into the end zone for a Thunder touchdown. Redlinski to throw, firing, end zone, and it's knocked away again. Great defensive play by Donald Sweeney.
Sweeney does a great job of coming up over the top to deflect that thing away. That time, the Wolves have a lot of time to throw it, though he does throw it off his back foot. You see Sweeney come over the top. Great defensive play there to take one away from Jarrell Jackson.
Donald Sweeney out of Mississippi Southern State, a rookie. Third down and 2. Redlinski to pass. He's harassed, firing, and it's incomplete. And Maurice Taylor may have not known that the football was coming, but he was in the right place at the right time, standing in the way of Patrick Roussard. And Roussard couldn't quite get those fingertips out there to pull it in, and that'll bring up a 4th down play.
Well, you know it's going good for you when you don't know the ball's coming and you still make a nice defensive play. Just being away that time of Jarrell Jackson caused that incompletion, and again, another 4th down.
Redlinski sends Jackson in high motion, fires that way. Jackson makes the catch inside the 20. He's brought down from behind at the 17-yard line, as we are now under 4 minutes to go here until halftime.
You mentioned Jarrell Jackson coming from Oklahoma. He's been in arena football for over 5 years. Obviously knows how this game is played, and that's why he comes into this game with 11 touchdowns.
3 catches tonight for Jackson. 1st and 10. And Redlinski to throw. Lots of time. Firing, end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah,
penalty flags are in also. Go ahead, Ralph.
Yeah, that wasn't a touchdown. It would have been interference that time on Reggie Perkins of the Thunder, number 21. He just basically tackled him before the ball got there. You're going to see not very much pressure coming up the middle. He has some time to stay in there and stand in there, and you're going to see the penalty right in your face.
Pass interference, number 21 of the defense. The penalty's declined. Touchdown.
And Jarrell Jackson is into the end zone for the 12th time this season. And that puts him well over the 50 catch mark as the extra point try is blocked. And so the Thunder will hold on to the lead, although it's a very slim one at 14-13. 3:02 to go here until the intermission. Back with more from the Chevrolet Center after this on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Cafe Cemento, upscale casual dining in a comfortable setting, convenient to downtown businesses and events. Cafe Cemento, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's downtown Youngstown's mealtime destination. Cafe Cemento. Come by for a drink, try one of the featured Italian or California wines, unique appetizers, Italian specialties, flavorful entrees. Cafe Cemento, East Boardman Street in the Plaza Parking Deck Building, downtown Youngstown, welcoming you to new culinary treats.
Arena football has hit the Valley. Don't miss the high-energy, fan-friendly, action-packed game that is Arena football. Bring the whole family and show Dad you care as the Mahoning Valley Thunder take on the Quad City Steamwheelers. Saturday, June 16th at 7:05 on Cortland Banks Field at the Chevrolet Center. Single-game tickets are available at the Chevrolet Center box office. Call the Thunder office at 330-7584-AF2 or visit MahoningValleyThunder.com. Feel the Thunder. Brought to you by Phantom Fireworks, WKBN TV 27 and Fox 1762.
3:02 to go here in the first half, and yeah, you're on TV. Go ahead, wave to the camera. Shocking, huh? As the Thunder will be on the receiving end of this kick, which is a twirling kick, and it bounces away off the screen from Perkins. Perkins loses the football, but then falls back on top of it, and then lots of Wolves players fall on top of Perkins on purpose, that is.
Yeah, keep in mind, after it hits that net, that's a live ball. And until the Thunder fall on it, they could get the touchback and take it out to the 5, but the Wolves have as much right to that football as they do. And here you're going to see the problem. Perkins struggles to get it off the net the first time, and once that thing starts bouncing, you never know.
And again, as the clock now winds down to 2:47, when it gets underneath a minute to go, on incompletions, the clock will stop. Also, on various conversions, it will stop as well. Schneider to throw, firing, screen pass. It's complete out near the 9-yard line. And Kenny Johnson makes the grab. It's a short gain of about 4. And the Thunder will move into quasi-hurry-up mode. Johnson with 3 catches for a dozen yards. Nobody really lighting it up when you talk about receiving yardage or passing yardage from the Thunder perspective. Archie to go in high motion. This is Schneider to throw down the field for Archie, and he overshoots him. Archie did have a step on David Bailey, the defensive back, but that one was about 3 or 4 yards ahead of the former Cincinnati Bearcat.
And that's definitely a guy that at halftime Coach Holder's going to have to try to utilize and find a way to get Chris Archie involved in this offense.
He's been such a big part of the success of what the Thunder have done this season. And you're right, Ralph. They need to get him involved as early as possible. Archie with 16 touchdown receptions coming into the ball game, averaging 104 yards receiving per ball game. Schneider to throw, firing. It's tipped up into the air. And that's the second pass that we've seen that happen, Ralph. However, that one falls incomplete, but the earlier one was intercepted.
And with as hard as he throws the ball, I'm surprised some of those defensive linemen want to put their hand up there.
60 seconds to go in the quarter. We'll take a timeout and be back with more after this on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Martin Mercedes, we make luxury affordable. Lease a 2007 C230 sports sedan for $299 per month with only $299 down. Hard to believe. A Mercedes-Benz for just $299 per month only at Fred Martin Mercedes in Austintown.
It's not easy keeping a business running for over 100 years. The key to success for People's Lumber Company in Salem has been this. It's a family-owned business that takes pride in offering individual attention and quality goods. People's Lumber offers basic lumber and building supplies, plus deck materials, drywall, roofing products, windows, doors, and more. They also carry hard-to-find cedar products, barn siding, and Azek brand exterior trim boards. For a high level of service and quality materials at a fair price, visit People's Lumber Company, Snyder Road in Salem.
We deliver a full hour of local news 1 hour earlier. From the stories making headlines to the events in your community and your neighborhood. When you want more, think first, think Fox. Watch First News at 10 on Fox 1762.
Is our score as the Thunder trying to get the monkey off their back, so to speak, as they try to increase this 1-point lead. So we have 1 minute to go.
And they just got a little bit of help from the Manchester Wolves as before we went to break. There was a little extracurricular activity again, another 10-yard penalty on the Wolves for unsportsmanlike conduct. And again, anytime you have a young quarterback in there, the more breaks you get, the better.
As we've seen here in this building, just how quickly a drive can be put together and just how quickly points can be scored. That's the nature of the beast here with arena football. So it'll be first down and 10. And they will spot the ball at about the 19-yard line. High motion to Marcus Mathis, loose football, and it looks like the Wolves have recovered, and indeed they have.
I think that thing just bounced right up to Jesse Tupper. Schneider had problems getting the snap. There you see it right there, and it's exactly what happens. The next thing you know, Jesse Tupper's running it the other way.
And again, how quickly the tide can turn. And now an opportunity for Manchester to take the lead once again. There you see Jesse Tupper out of British Columbia. 1 year under his belt of arena football experience. And Mark Redlinski has a chance to punch one into the end zone. Redlinski to throw. Steps back, fires, and the pass is complete to Jackson. And Jackson is drilled into the wall at the 5. But there are penalty markers down. So hold the phone.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that's a roughing the passer call against the Thunder.
And that's what the Wolves are all saying, pointing.
And Redlinski really took a shot to the helmet after that play.
Illegal defense at number 54, Mahoning Valley for a nose pick. The penalties decline. Result of the play is a first down.
Well, they got a free shot on the quarterback anyways. They got the illegal defense call.
There you see Ben Bennett, the head coach of the Manchester Wolves. We mentioned he's in his 3rd year as the head coach, and he's had quite a go of it. In 05, he turned around a 5-11 club, took them to the playoffs. Last season, he once again guided these Wolves to the playoffs, lasting into the 2nd round. In fact, they were close to advancing to the next round, but lost by 1, 40-39 in that round number 2. This is a long pass into the end zone, and did he hang on? We'll find out. And an argument is ensuing with Maurice Taylor, and Jarrell Jackson says, sure, I held on. We still have no official. We have no official signal from the officials.
Well, the coach is yelling go for 2. We'll take a look at it right here. There you see, he has the football as he's going over the wall right there, and over the wall, boy, do they ever.
And the ball is out. So if you take a look, you can clearly see that the football is out.
Then the question becomes, Chad, when did the ball come out? Is he laying on the concrete out there with the ball? Then it comes out. I mean, it's such a judgment call by the officials.
And that's a call that they will have to get together and make. As
well, Ben Bennett's already telling his team to go for 2 and putting his offense out there. And you see the trainers taking a look at. Looks like Donald Sweeney.
And we still don't exactly know what the call is, and if it's a touchdown or if it's not a touchdown. But we do know it was a terrific effort in any event for Jarrell Jackson.
Where they're spotting the ball and where the yard markers are, it indicates that that's probably a touchdown as the points go up on the scoreboard here at the Chevy Center.
So they do put the points up. And the Thunder will call a timeout, their first of the half, with 41.7 seconds left. And the Thunder on the short end by 5 now, 19-14. Now, the officials never gave a definitive signal in regards to whether this is a touchdown or not. But there you see the ball is indeed out. But again, that question is...
And there's the first official to get to the play right there. I mean...
And Mike Holt is down on the field, and he is saying to the officiating crew, look at the big video boards here at the Chevrolet Center. He's seeing the same replay that you're seeing right now. The ball is right there, and the officials don't want to hear any of it. But you can clearly see that the ball does come out, and that touchdown should not have counted. All of the coaches are pointing that the ball is out.
Now the crowd's getting a load of the replay as well.
And it's just one of those things. But I don't think that anyone is going to change the minds of the officiating crew. So they'll go for 2. The Wolves will, up 19-14. Redlinski to throw, rolling to his right. Redlinski facing some pressure, and he fires into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good, courtesy of Ari Confessor. And just like that, the Thunder trail 21-14 on a very controversial call.
Absolutely, no, and we talk about it all the time, how quickly things could change. Obviously, this 2-point conversion buys as much time as he can. It almost looked like that ball was on the ground as well. The Thunder are going to have to try to regroup, not let these things bother them, because if you come out in the third quarter still worrying about a touchdown, whether it was or was not, you're going to get beat on the field. So the best thing you could do is put it behind you and keep on moving.
There's a penalty flag down on the field. And this thing is really taken on a life of its own, and it's not been in a positive way. And it's Greg Allen, his responsibility to get some order back into this football game. And Mike Hold, I can bet, does not like the explanation that he's getting from this crew when he saw exactly what all of us just saw.
And the tough thing about arena football is you have the same crew, at least in A.
With unsportsmanlike conduct on Mahoning Valley, it's a 10-yard penalty. Will be enforced after the kickoff.
At least in AF2, you always have the same officiating crew here at the Chevy Center. So, you know, when things like this happen, you don't say, oh, next week we'll get a new bunch of guys in here and start with a clean slate. You get the same exact officiating crew.
There was a play that I recall over in the opposite end zone, and which game it was. In fact, it was the last game here. It was the game that the Thunder lost here at the Chevrolet Center to Wilkes-Barre Scranton when Chris Archie dove over the wall, suffered a concussion, and he was ruled that he didn't hang on. Perkins has the kickoff out across the 10 to the 15, cuts it back to the middle, and he is brought down across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Mike Schneider and company.
Yeah, now this ball is going to be backed up 10 yards because of that unsportsmanlike conduct, so the field position won't be nearly as good as to where Reggie Perkins just ran that ball out to.
So Mike Holt trying to rally his troops, try to help them get through and not allow these unfortunate calls that have gone against them get them down. This is a team that has not lit up the scoreboard, but again, we use that term efficient, and that's just what they've been. And they still find themselves in the short end, but with a little help from some folks in black and white striped shirts. 1st down and 10. Schneider turns, gives, Murphy has it around the left side, and he's got himself a 1st down across the 20 to the 21-yard line, but again, penalty flags are on the field, and this one will be coming back.
Yeah, this I think is going to be holding.
Number 77 in the offense, half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
That penalty on big Mike Sacco with the hold, and you got to like the way Murphy runs the football. He runs it so hard, and let's see, Sacco at the top of your screen. We'll see the hold right here, and yeah, he just basically bear hugs him. You can see it right there, grabbing the number 8 of Sean Murray.
That is someone I would not want to be on the other side of the line of scrimmage against.
Boy, 6'8", 340. You know, and he talked about how he needs to improve his speed to get to the next level, and the AF2 provides that outlet for him to try to get better feet, because he sure does have NFL size at 6'8", 340.
30 seconds to go. Schneider back to pass, fires, complete to Mathis. And Mathis is absolutely horse-collared from behind. And he's brought down by Alistair Sebastian, the defensive back out of St. John's.
Yeah, Sebastian displaying not textbook tackling technique that time, but hey, it did the job on Mathis anyways.
Timeout of the half.
And a timeout has been called on the field with 22.4 seconds left. And the Thunder in the short end, 21-14. Now, a low-scoring affair, but there are some factors for this. Mike Schneider, of course, on in relief of Glenn Gann, who's thrown for just about 1,700 yards, 34 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Coming into the ball game, Schneider completed just 7 of 20, saw action in just 3 ball games. So you can expect a little bit of sputtering as you go along.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, the thing that's not up here is the fact that Glenn Gant has 8 years experience in arena football and AF2 football. And you know, that goes a long way, you know, adjusting to the speed of the game. Something that Mike Schneider's just getting used to tonight.
Pair of receivers split near side to the right. Archie top of the screen to the left. Archie makes the catch and is drilled into the wall. And he's got a 1st down at the 21-yard line. So hold everything. The Thunder still have a chance to get something going, and hopefully, for all intents and purposes, hopefully can tie this thing up before heading into the locker room. Archie just his 2nd grab for 19 yards.
You'd definitely like to see him stretch the field a little bit, something they've been unable to do so far tonight.
Schneider back to pass. Schneider fires, and Archie makes the grab. And Archie is cracked from behind. And they'll say it's incomplete. And there's one happy fan who's got a brand new football. Only receiving a real arena football can get a smile like that one. A very happy fan. Youngsters and some of the moms and dads even get footballs. If the football goes into the stands, you can keep it. You don't have to give it back. 15 seconds to go. Schneider back to pass. Schneider firing. End zone touchdown! DeMarcus Mathis has it. And the Thunder are an extra point away from tying it up. Look at DeMarcus Mathis dance.
Chris Archie just killed DeMarcus Mathis. But you talk about a great pass. Schneider puts one there right where DeMarcus Mathis and no one else could get it. And the hardest hit on this play is going to be in the celebration. But DeMarcus Mathis stretching the defense out. Does a great job, and he won't spike it.
Shore eyes on for the point after. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and we are tied at 21. Not even some unfortunate calls on the field can stop the Thunder here tonight. They just keep rallying together and fighting on along, and we are where we were when we started, all tied up. This time at 21 with just under 9 seconds to go.
And you kind of got the feeling in the locker room at halftime, that's going to be the kind of the rallying cry. The fact that, hey, the breaks have gone against us tonight. We haven't been able to do what we want to do offensively. Our defense has played well, but these refs are killing us, and we're still tied. You know, and I think that's what Mike Holt's going to tell his team at halftime, to think, hey, if we can come out and play great, you know, there's nothing we can't do.
So the Thunder will have to play a little defense one more time, as Derek Shore-Eyes is set to kick it off. A reminder, coming up at the half, we'll have the statistical story, as well as some of those first half highlights. And what we would say a relatively low scoring affair, 21-all. Shore-Eyes puts his foot into this one, and this is a twirling kick, which is played off the screen, gobbled up by David Bailey. Bailey cuts it to the outside, and Bailey is brought down as he's up near the 15-yard line. The clock will be stopped with 2.4 ticks left, and we will have one more offensive play for the Wolves before this first half will officially be in the books. But, Ralph, as you take a look at this, it's a first half that, all things considered, Mike Holt has got to be pretty pleased with. Tied at 21 with a backup quarterback,
who's really come into his own here in the second quarter. Obviously got off to a poor start with that interception and then the tipped interception, but since then you could see him growing in confidence, and then all of a sudden you hit a long one right there to DeMarcus Mathis, and that's got to do wonders for the confidence for him, but also the confidence that his teammates have in him.
I'll call for a turnover right here at the end of the half. How about another interception returned for a touchdown? That would be a way for the Thunder to head into the locker room with a lot of momentum.
You know, in these situations this year really have hurt the Thunder, that end of the half scenarios where the team has scored with, you know, under 10 or 15 seconds to go has hurt them. So, you know, they got to be aware of this situation and drop those defensive backs pretty deep to prevent that.
Say, get your tickets now for the next home game. Quad City battles the Thunder Saturday, June 16th. Catch all of the action on our Fox 1762 Thunder Arena football game of the week. Not just the highlights, but the whole game. Again, that comes your way Saturday, the 16th of June at 10:30, right here on Fox 1762. We are quickly getting through this schedule. That is unbelievable to me.
I know this season really has gone fast. The next thing you know, high school football will be upon us.
And before the offensive play comes, some bodies moved up front. I think the Thunder are guilty of encroachment.
Mike Lane just jacked the center before he snapped the ball.
Defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
They always say it's tough to jump off sides when you're playing nose because the ball's right in front of you.
Easier said than done, huh?
Just ask Mike Lane.
So the clock will read 3.9 seconds left. A pair of receivers will split far side to the right, one near side to the left. It's Patrick Ruzard. Redlinski to throw. Redlinski fires, complete to David Bailey. And Bailey is brought down, shoved into that wall. And with that, the first half is in the books. A solid first half for the Thunder, who have lost now 4 in a row, is win number 4 in their cards for tonight. We'll find out when we come back. Halftime festivities coming your way next on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Gotta see Grata. Mel Grata Toyota has been awarded the Toyota Motor Sales President's Award for high standards in sales and service operations. You gotta see Grata for the latest in gas-saving hybrid technology like the Toyota Camry or Highlander. Come see why Mel Grata Toyota is the Toyota Motor Sales President's Award winner on the Strip, Hermitage. You gotta see Grata for Scion, the car that lets you accessorize to fit your identity. Scion's pure price means no haggle, no hassle. You pay the published price. Mel Grata Scion on the Strip, Hermitage.
27 First News and your local cable companies recognize area students who volunteer their time in the community. This month's Student Spotlight honors Eric Hart of LeBray High School. Eric maintains a 4.0 GPA, volunteered with holiday shut-in services, and aided Valley flood victims, plus coached basketball. Congratulations, Eric, from your local cable systems and 27 First News.
Student Spotlight brought to you by the Associated School Employees Credit Union with offices in Austintown, Boardman, and on the YSU campus. Come see why it's the best place to save and the only place to borrow.
And welcome back inside the Chevrolet Center in Cortland Banks Field. Just wrapping up the high school tug of war challenge. Won currently by the Ursuline Irish. Schools represented: Ursuline, the new East High School, Warren Harding in attendance, Boardman Spartans. Lots of fun here. A very community-oriented event. There you get a good look at the Ursuline Irish. Hoping for another great season come this fall. In the meantime, we've got some arena football to talk about, and the Thunder defense coming up with an absolutely huge play. Things looked grim until this. A huge turnover. Maurice Taylor makes the interception in the end zone, and Taylor with some nifty moves, picking and weaving his way in and out, and he takes this one back to the house. 54 yards officially, and with that, the Thunder were off and running. Let's take a look at some of the numbers, miscellaneous ones last. First downs in favor of the Wolves, 11-7. Passing yards in favor of Manchester, 138-97. The Thunder, 3 costly turnovers. Of course, Manchester's turnover was very costly as well. A half dozen penalties for the Thunder, 3 for Manchester. No third down conversions to speak of for either side. The Wolves with 1 fourth down conversion. Mike Schneider making the start at quarterback for injured Glenn Canton, a familiar name to the folks here in Youngstown. Jamel Lee, the former Penguin, he didn't get many opportunities while playing at Stambaugh Stadium to do this, but he's going to enjoy this one all night long. Jamel Lee with a touchdown grab of 19 yards from Mike Schneider. Schneider's second touchdown pass of the season. Make that his third of the season. 2 of those tonight. Schneider, 11 of 17 for 97 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Mark Rydlinski, 13 of 24, $144, 3 touchdown passes, but again, that very costly interception. Controversy surrounding lots of the late moments of this first half. Rydlinski fires to Jarrell Jackson. It's a 5-yard touchdown pass. Or is it? The ball there comes free, but the officials say, no, we'll count it as a touchdown. DeMarcus Mathis, one of the sure-handed receivers for the Thunder, would help the cause. Final seconds, Mike Schneider finds the veteran, and he makes the grab into the end zone for a touchdown. And with the extra point, we tie things up at 21. 3 receptions for Mathis for 37 yards and that touchdown. Jarrell Jackson with a half dozen catches, 55 total yards, and a pair of touchdowns. The Thunder have lost now 4 in a row. Can they even up to the 500 mark and win their 4th ball game of their initial campaign as a franchise? Well, we'll tell you when we come back. Third quarter action right around the corner of the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week is brought to you by Salem Airport and Advanced Foot and Ankle.
Holy smokes! Soon as I turn 16, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Soon as you get a little bit older, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Soon as we side the house, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
Grandpa, didn't you always say you wanted to learn how to fly?
Cure your case of soon as disease. Learn to fly now at Salem Airport. The locally owned and operated flight school has affordable, personalized programs. You could be flying soon as you call Salem Airport, 3 miles north of Salem, Route 45.
The doctors at Advanced Podiatry believe in using a conservative approach to most foot and ankle problems. However, they are board certified in foot, ankle, and reconstructive surgery, and certified in wound care as well. They have fully equipped surgical facilities at each of their offices and staff privileges at all area hospitals. Your care is personalized to fit your lifestyle and budget. All insurance plans accepted. Advanced Podiatry. Call for an appointment at one of their convenient office locations.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Center. 21-all is our score. Yeah, call a friend. Tell them to come on down. A heck of a lot of fun here at Cortland Banks Field. The Thunder trying to get back to the 500 mark. And the Manchester Wolves trying to complete the two-game sweep of the Thunder. Of course, these two teams hooked up back on the 28th of April, with the Thunder finishing on the short end, 67-49. So the Wolves will receive to begin things here in quarter number 3. Derek Shoreeyes set to do the kicking duties. And Shoreeyes puts his foot into it. It's a high twirling kick, which is gobbled up by David Bailey. Bailey across the 5, cuts it to the outside of the 10, and he is run towards that wall at the 14-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 with just 10 seconds having ticked off here in this third quarter.
Well, the key now here in the second half is to see which one of these teams is going to come out of the locker room with the momentum. Obviously, both have their positive and negatives they had to deal with there from the first half, but who's going to take advantage of it early on?
Back out there to quarterback the Wolves, Mark Redlinski. Redlinski to throw, firing, and it's a slant pass, complete to his receiver, Patrick Ruzard, out of Northern Michigan. And Ruzard makes that stumbling grab. And it'll be a gain of about 8 yards. Ruzard now with 3 catches for 34. So second down and 3 upcoming. High motion, that's Jackson. Redlinski to throw, firing, and the pass is complete. Ari Confessor on the receiving end once again. He's been very, very active in terms of what he has done on the field. He's one of the more reliable targets for quarterback Mark Redlinski.
Catches that one, even though there was pretty good defense being played right there. Good coverage by Reggie Perkins, number 21.
Confessor with 4 grabs, one of those a touchdown reception. And Redlinski sends high motion. Redlinski to throw, firing towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. And it sure looked like there was a lot of contact, but a great defensive play, no less, again for Maurice Taylor.
Yeah, Tui would complain as he's complaining up there that he was held, and there you see him almost get to the quarterback before somebody grabbed his arm. But either way, some incidental contact in the end zone, and nobody's worse for wear.
Second down and 10, and Taylor has had a whale of a ball game. Of course, that big pick that he took all the way back, they're calling it an official 50-yard interception return for a touchdown, that is. And Redlinski wants to throw again, pump fake, firing, and there is going to be pass interference called or holding. Take your pick. As Reggie Perkins interfered with that play.
Yeah, that's the second time they've got him on a little hitch and go route. He bites on the hitch, and that time instead of letting him go, he just grabs him, which is probably the smart thing defensively. You know, if you're going to give up a touchdown, you might as well grab him and give up 10 yards.
Holding, 21 in the defense, 10-yard penalty, results in a first down.
There's a little hitch. That's what he bid on. Instead of letting him burn him, he grabbed him, and both officials are going to throw their flags on that one. That's a good call.
I'd probably throw my flag if I had one. 12:22 to go. Clock is stopped following the penalty. As the Wolves have the football, the opening possession of the second half. Redlinski back to pass, firing into the end zone, a touchdown. Ari Confessor on the receiving end.
Confessor was wide open. It's Reggie Perkins again that kind of falls off in coverage. And you can see from that replay just how wide open he was. And there you see Perkins slam the mat, but that's not going to help.
His second touchdown reception of the bowl game. His fifth catch, and he's over the half-century mark receiving, 52 yards. And the extra point is up, and the extra point is no good. So it's just a 6-point lead for Manchester at 27-21. 11:29 to go here in quarter number 3. Back with more after this on the Fox 1762 Thunder Arena Football Game of the Week.
Valley's largest auto showroom is now just a click away. VindyWheels.com. Search by make, model, year, and price. Explore area dealers' current inventory of new and used cars. Build a virtual new car and request multiple dealers' quotes from throughout the valley. It's all from one place. VindyWheels.com.
Catch Indians fever on your home for the Tribe, Fox 1762. From Jacobs Field to your living room, get in the game with Fox 1762. We bring you the excitement, the action, the thrills. We bring you Indians baseball.
The Tribe takes on the Red Sox Wednesday, May 30th, starting at 6:30. Only on your local sports leader, Fox 1762.
Plus, don't miss the Wahoo Report every night on First News at 10.
(27-21) Manchester with a 6-point lead. Thunder set to get the football for the first time in the second half. And the football will be whistled dead as Reggie Perkins gobbles it up following that line drive kick by Dylan Pullman. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Thunder, who have done such a great job, Ralph, and I think you'd agree, dodging bullet after bullet in the midst of adversity, in the midst of some controversial calls. They haven't packed it in. They've really hung with what their game plan was, and so far it's worked, although they're down by 6. Things have not been as bad maybe as they have been in the last 4 weeks in this losing skid. There's a pass completion on the right side to Chris Archie, and Archie is whistled down at the 9-yard line.
You know, getting back to what you were saying there, the question becomes, how long can you do that? I mean, you can only dodge those bullets for so long, and you can only dig out of a hole so much until, you know, you kind of run out of steam. It's always difficult from playing from behind, and that's something that, you know, they've had to do all night tonight. You know, how long can they keep it up? Maybe, I don't know, maybe with Mike Schneider, the quarterback position, this is a team that's going to be a little bit more resilient. You never know, but obviously they'd like to jump back on the scoreboard right here.
So Marcus Mathis in high motion, bottom of your screen. Schneider to throw, firing for Mathis, and he overshoots him. Defending in the play was David Bailey.
Yeah, you see pretty good protection there. Just overthrows his target. And one of the things that he'll learn as he gets to play this game and know that there's no safety to look off, but you do got to look off those receivers a little bit. You can't give away who you're throwing to too early.